Hey guys, TC here from the Christian Gaming Channel, bringing you a brand new episode of Atari Arcade or a Classic Arcade. I'm not sure what I left off calling this, but I'm back to recording old Atari games now. Got a Atari 7800 Plus, so I can actually use the old Atari cartridges I have for the channel, so that's kind of neat. And I guess I should say that we're playing Donkey Kong right now. The Atari 2600 version of Donkey Kong. As you can clearly see, Donkey Kong did not transition very well to the 2600. He looks like a gingerbread man. Mario's fine. It's more or less identifiable as Mario. And Pauline's just... I don't know what happened to Pauline. It kind of looks like Pauline. Or Lady as she was known at the time, but I digress. Yeah, that's the entirety of this game. I'll play a few more rounds and maybe give my thoughts on it. It's not a terrible port of Donkey Kong. I imagine there's probably far worse out there, but this did not transition very well. Then again, I don't think the Atari could do much better than this at the time. I don't think the developers quite had the knowledge that they do nowadays. But it's a fairly decent port, even if there is only 2 levels. The weird thing about this port, though, is it wasn't even made by Atari. It was made by Coleco, who had a competing console at the time. Because apparently, rights to make this game were very weird and complicated back in the 80s. I don't know. I wasn't around then, but yeah, it's kind of strange. We have a Nintendo game developed by Coleco put onto their competitor's system. I just don't quite understand how or why that works, but it is what it is. As far as the gameplay goes, it feels fairly faithful to the original Donkey Kong. Stiff jumping and all. I mean, even have the hammers, which look like squeaky hammers, but, you know, they're there. You have your Mario's signature walking sound from this game, and you can even jump over what looks like either cookies or pizzas. It's up to your interpretation. These look like those oil lamps you'd see in the movies. They don't look like those little flaming fireballs? I don't know what you would call them from the Donkey Kong game. I've always thought the original arcade sprites looked like the Peeps marshmallows, but they were on fire. These look like oil lamps to me. No, you... Yes, you do. Okay. Try that again. Gotta actually press reset on the system. Yeah, it's fine outside of that. I do thank the Lord I do have these old cartridges, though, because it really makes you appreciate what we have today compared to what they had back then as far as, you know, home video games. It's come a long ways, and I'm just awful. But yeah, I'm just grateful, Lord, that games went past this point, because it's not a terrible port, but it's definitely not a great port. But it's there. I imagine if you got this back, then it'd probably enjoy it. Okay, Mario. There we go. I don't think there's anything else I've got to say about this. I'll finish out this one last round, provided I don't get destroyed by the stupid fireballs that like to change their direction every 5 seconds. Okay. Sorry if you hear any clicking. The 7800 controllers are very clicky, and the D-pad is very noisy. I guess the fun thing I did notice about the 7800 Plus is that it works with a Sega Genesis controller, which is by far my preferred way of playing, but the wireless controller is extremely helpful for recording, so I'll live with it. But yeah, it's Donkey Kong for the Atari 2600. It's not a terrible version, and this is going to be the return of Atari Arcade / Classic Arcade, whichever you want to call it. I'll figure out which one to call it at some point. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this little comeback and a surprise video. And remember, Christ is King and Jesus loves you. Bye.